Okay guys, so we've just received one of our Christmas presents from our friends. It was posted this morning and it's from the company called the Fine Cheese Company, Bath, England, and it does say must arrive today and refrigerate on delivery. So I'm going to open this. It's open. So there we go. We can show you inside the box. So we go through this box bit by bit. So they've got the first thing out is this little pamphlet. So caring for your cheese. It's a little booklet on how to look after your cheese, how long your cheese will last, how might your cheese appear, how to serve your cheese, how to cut your cheese. Don't go there. And then a glossary of the description of what the cheeses are. But this is basically the equivalent of what I think is what I called a cheat sheet. And you can also score your cheese inside the card, so you can say what you liked about it. And that's really cool because you can say the name of the cheese and what it is, and then you keep the book for the next time you order from them. That's really cool. I like the idea of that. You keep this little booklet and you say what you liked about them. So you've got the Fine Cheese, covered the microphone. The Fine Cheese Company, Bath, England, 3 cheers, this classic cheese selection. I'm not going to read what it is, but I'll read it once I've had a look. That's a personalised little Christmas note on the back. Thank you very much. I'm going to put that over there. And then, oh, so this is the little freezer pack that comes with it so that it can be delivered safely. And we have the Fine Cheese Company Toast for Cheese. Contains dates, hazelnuts, pumpkin seeds for lush creamy cheeses such as Brilliant, Servin, Brie de Mar and Version Mondor. Discover, there's the dog coming in. Discover the thinnest, crispiest slices of toast for cheese studded with dried fruit, nuts and seeds. Experience the yin and the yang when the fruity, slightly sweet and crunchy toast finds its match in the slightly salty and yielding texture of the cheese. Harmony from opposites. And it's the same thing written on this side but flat. And then the ingredients on the back. But look how cool, look how nice that looks. But I thought when I first saw it on the top when I was getting the paperwork out, I thought it was bread. The fruit bread. But that looks so cool. I'll let you test that. Okay, so we're just gonna show that I'm not cheating. Like, it's all wrapped up, so I can't see what it is. We're gonna go for the end one. Okay, the end one's... And it's in bubble wrap as well, that's cool. Well, this is a glass jar to start with. It's stuck to the jar. Okay, so this is the Fine Cheese Company Fig Chutney for Cheese. Good with soft cheese, sweet and fruity. Look at that. And you can see how thick it is as well. That looks so cool. Serve with soft cheese such as Brie de Marge, Version and Mondiaux. They're all the same names on there. But I think that will go with any cheese. I'm going to keep it safe by putting it back inside this little bag. There we go. Okay, the next one out is the middle one. Ooh! Okay. Oh, there's 2 in this package. Ooh! Camembert. Sorry, I know, yeah. So this is a little wooden box one. And then you've got a nice block of camembert in there. Nice and hard topped cheese. And it feels like it's nice and soft inside as well. I'm not going to keep pushing it though. So there's this petite camembert soft ripened cheese. I like the little wax detail by here. So it's got all of the ingredients written on the back, but it comes in this little box that it can be stored in the fridge in. And then the other one is a fully wax coated cheese, and this is again obviously the Fine Cheese Company. This is English farmhouse cheddar, a mature full flavoured cheddar with a creamy texture and fruity tang, handmade in Dorset. And then obviously they've got the ingredients in the back. We'll be having a cheese snacks later. Okay, and there's one item left in the box. I can put the box nice and safe over there for a minute. Or not. Sorry, that was the tumble dry finishing. Okay, let's have a look. I know what this is. This is Stilton. It's strong too. It's in a glass jar. It's also in bubble wrap. Let me unbubble wrap it. Hey, look at that pretty jar. That is so cool. It's wax sealed around the edge as well. That's cool. So this is hand-laid artisan Nottinghamshire potted blue Stilton cheese. I said it was Stilton. But look at the detail on that jar. Isn't that gorgeous? So you got the cow, you got the farmyard, you got the milkmaid, and the farmer. So once you've eaten the cheese out of this, you then have a really pretty storage jar. And I do collect things like this actually. I've got a couple that they're not cheese ones. They were ones that other foods come in that are really pretty, but this is the prettiest one out of all the ones I've got. Nutritional information written on the bottom. And then the picture of the cheese on the top. That's cool. I'm not going to open it though, because it's even wax sealed, it's still quite strong. But that is so pretty. And I'm going to put it back inside its... now this has got to go straight into the fridge, so I'm not going to put it back in this box. I'm just going to put it in the bubble wrap and put it in the fridge, because that's an additional layer of protection against the glass bottom. And it's also protection of the smell of the cheese, which is lovely. It's just strong. I like strong cheese. But that was everything that was in that box, and it's absolutely amazing. Look, the chutney, the Stilton, the English cheddar, the camembert, and the fruited toast. We're going to be tucking into this later on. We're going to open it a little early, but why not? Can't harm. But that was our Christmas present off our friends. And they sent me a message saying, look, it's going to arrive, you need to put it straight in the fridge. I'm like, oh, okay. And then this arrived. And it's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Well, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Good night. I forgot the leaflet. If you remember at the very beginning of the video, I have my glasses on, I said, oh, we'll put this to the side and I'll read it after I've opened the box. Well, I forgot. So here it is. So it says, the Fine Cheese Company, Bath, England, 3 cheers, the classic cheese selection. The perfect beginning, middle and end of your cheese board. Please excuse other girls playing outside. The Fine Cheese Company potted blue Stilton, cow pasteurised. The finest Stilton is produced by hand ladling the curds, smooth, creamy and open textured. The cheese is buttery and complex with a slightly spicy long finish. Petit Camembert, cow pasteurised, golden and buttery, the little brother of the classic Camembert, made at the Grand Jour Dairy in Navarre. The Fine Cheese Company Cheddar, cow pasteurised, a sweet and tangy cheddar with a particularly creamy texture and an occasional crystal caused by long maturing. The Fine Cheese Company Toast for cheese, dates, hazelnuts and pumpkin seeds. Thin, light and crisp toast, baked twice like biscotti and uniquely studded with fruits, nuts and seeds. The Fine Cheese Company Fig Chutney for Cheese. Sweet and fruity, serve with soft cheese such as Brie de Mort, Camembert, Vin Rouge, Montdior, and Brilliant Savarin. And you can also look it up if you want. It's called www.finecheese.co.uk, or just look up the Fine Cheese Company. I am looking forward to eating this, but this was our little cheat sheet I didn't look at originally, and I did promise I was going to put it on, read it. Obviously, I'm not going to read my private message. The other thing as well is on this one, it says, the Fine Cheese Company, artisan cheese and fine food specialist. And look at those cheeses that are on there. It's so cool. And the little booklet that you can mark your cheeses, and it's a little keepsake along with the little jar for when you finish it all. Because I always have you. What I tend to use with these is they're on the windowsill in the kitchen, and I use them for like spices. I also hide Halloween treats in here that I don't want the kids, like in my other ones, I don't want the kids to find. So it's handy after you've eaten the cheese as well as having the cheese in it. So I want to thank my friends for this amazing present. Thank you so much. I know you are a subscriber. And thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.